chapter 3, Karma Yoga. Krishna is teaching why we should work. He said, first, those who are Indriyaram, he should work, must work. Indriyaram, but Atmaram, they may not. They are not bound. But there is no reason for not to work also. And if they work, they will not. If they don't work, no bondage. If they work, there is also no bondage. But Janak and other king, Atmaram, they also work. Their Atmaram, they also perform. Why? For not their sake, for Loko Sanghatam Evapi, for teaching the people in general. Then Krishna said, what about Janak? Consider about myself. I am the Lord and Master. Name pathasti kartabam. I don't anything that I am not duty bound. I have to do. Trishulikas, on the 3 planets. Still, nanavaptam avaptabam. Still, I am engaged in different activities. That is explaining why. But if I don't do, there is no bondage. But still, there is something will happen if I don't work. What will happen? Jodihi aham na vartyam jatu karmani atandrita. Mama vartma anuvartante manushya partha sarvasya. This line is also other place also. Mama vartma anuvartante manushya partha sarvasya. In other place also, Krishna has quoted this line. Jadihi aham, if certainly I, na vartyam, if I do not thus engage, and jatu iva karmani atandrita, karmani in the performance of prescribed duties, atandrita with great care. You just remember this word, atandrita with great care. Tandra means sleeping. Without sleeping, that means with great attention. Atandrita. Mama, my birth papa, anuvartante would follow. Manushya all men, partha sarva sana pitha, in all aspects. For if I ever fail to engage in carefully performing prescribed duties, O Partha, certainly all men would follow my path. That is why. Vishnu is not responsible, but other will be affected. For if I ever fail to engage in carefully performing prescribed duties, O Partha, certainly all men would follow my path. They will not work, and also they will go to hell. Oh, Krishna has not done, we will also not do. In order to keep the balance of social tranquility, for progress in spiritual life, there are traditional family uses. There are traditional family uses meant for every civilized man. Although such rules and regulations are for the conditioned souls and not Lord Krishna, because he descended to establish the principles of religion. He followed the prescribed rules. Otherwise, common men would follow in his footsteps because he is the greatest authority. From the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is understood that Lord Krishna was performing all religious duties at home and out of home. From the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is understood that Lord Krishna was performing all the religious duties at home and out of home, as required of a household. Krishna has no business in the material world, but after coming in the material world, he worked like a householder. Why? That explanation next part also. Utshedir ime loka na kujja karmachedaham. Shankarasya cha kartasham upahanna mima paja. Utshediyu means would be put into ruin. Uchanna. Ime, all these loka worlds. No, not kujjam, I perform. Karma, prescribed duties. Chet, if. Aham, I. Shankarasya, of unwanted population. Cha, and. Karta, creator. Sham, would be. Upanyam, would destroy. Anna means kill. Upahanna, would destroy. Ima, all these praja, living entities. If I do not perform prescribed duties, all these worlds would be put to ruination. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population, and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings. So, I'm again reading, I'll ask one question. If I do not perform prescribed duties, all these worlds would be put to ruination. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population, and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings. Why Krishna is saying like that? Can you say? I will be the cause of creating unwanted population. Chittarisham, why?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, like yad yad acharate sister. So if even Lord is not following, then common man will follow like that.
Yeah, that is Krishna is telling. But why unwanted population means? Shankar, Varna Shankar. Why is telling Krishna? So many are
Varna,
there. Why telling
Varna,
Varna?
Varnashram system will destroy my like Maharaj.
Okay, that's true. Any other? Anybody want to give the answer? Okay. Thirabba, Barodaranjan. Is my spelling is okay? Okay.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna Maharaj, Pranam. Is it because there are many people in the world who say that Krishna married many people, so even they are willing to do that? So that is why Krishna is establishing the fact that he is the supreme authority. And
Okay. Okay. Any other reason? Arjun, in the first chapter, he told, if I fight, okay, Himanshu Divat. Arjun told in first chapter, if I fight, the cause of Varna Shankar. And Krishna is saying, if I don't fight, then will cause Varna Shankar. Because Arjun was so much worried about Varna Shankar. If I fight, then no male member will Varna Shankar. But Krishna is saying, if I don't work, if you don't fight, then it will Varna Shankar. Because Arjuna is worried about Varna Shankar. He who wants whatever um, uh, like technique of preaching, we should use that type of language which he can understand. Arjuna is so much concerned about Varna Shankar. There is Krishna is yes, if I don't work, then it will cause Varna Shankar. Why? It is not my fault, because other will follow me. Varna Sangha is unwanted population. Shankar means combination. The Varna Sangha, one Varna to another. It's unwanted population which disturbs the peace of the general society. In order to check this social disturbance, there are prescribed rules and regulations by which the population can automatically become peaceful and organized for spiritual progress in life. When Lord Krishna descends, naturally, he deals with such rules and regulations in order to maintain the prestige and necessity of such important performances. The Lord is the shelter of all living entities, and if the living entities are misguided, indirectly the responsibility goes to the leader, to Lord. Therefore, whenever there is general disregard of regulative principles, the Lord himself descends and corrects the society. We should, however, note carefully that although we have to follow in the footsteps of the Lord, we still have to remember that we cannot imitate him. Following and imitating are not on the same level. Following and imitating. In Sanskrit, following means anusharan and imitating means anukaran. We cannot imitate the Lord by lifting Govardhan hill as the Lord did in his childhood. It is impossible for any human being. We have to follow his instructions, but we may not imitate him at any time. The Srimad Bhagavatam affirms, Naitat Shamat Charit Jatu Manushab in Anishar. Why this verse? This verse you have already understood 33 chapter, 33rd chapter of 10th canto. That means last chapter, out of 5 chapters, last chapter of Rash Leela. So after hearing Rash Leela, then a question came in Parishit Maharaj's mind. Wow, as a Krishna is the leader of the society, how we can dance with others' wife in the dead of night? How will people take lesson from them? Then Shukdev Goswami said, yes, we should not imitate powerful person. No etat samacharit jatu monoshapi anishara. No etat, this type of activities, samacharit jatu, one should not perform this type of activities. Dance with others. No etat samacharit jatu. Though I have explained you the Raj dance, it is not that I am telling you should also do like this. No. Nobody. What about practice? Monoshapi, even in mind also. You cannot think that type of activity even in mind also. Especially, why Krishna did then? Yes, he is Ishwar. Anishwara. He who is not Ishwar, for him, one should not imitate. Only Ishwar can do this. No etat samachara jatu manushai anishwara. Boi nashyati acharan maura jatha rudra abdajam visham. Jatha rudra, the way Shivji, abdijam visham, the ocean of poison. He drank. Jatha rudra abdijam visham. Rudra Shivji, he is Ishwar, Maheshwar. He can drink. He can drink the ocean of poison, but nobody can. Maurat, if someone out of ignorance acharan, out of ignorance, he tried to imitate, Boinashati, he will vanquish. Then, Ishwaranam Vacha Satyam, Tathaiva, Achoritam Kachit, Tisham Jatsha Vacha Yuktam, Buddhimangstat Shamachare. One should simply follow the instructions of the Lord and his empowered servants. Their instructions are all good for us, and any intelligent person will perform them as instructed. However, one should guard against trying to imitate their actions. One should not try to drink the ocean of poison in imitation of Lord Shiva. We should always consider the position of the Isharas, or those who can actually control the movements of the sun and moon, as superior. Without such power, one cannot imitate the Isharas, who are super powerful. Lord Shiva drank poison to the extent of swallowing an ocean. But if any common man tries to drink even a fragment of such poison, he will be killed. There are many pseudo devotees of Lord Shiva who want to indulge in smoking ganja, marijuana, and similar intoxicating drugs, forgetting that by so imitating the acts of Lord Shiva, they are calling death very near. Similarly, there are some pseudo devotees of Lord Krishna who prefer to imitate the Lord in his Rasa Leela or dance of love, forgetting their inability to lift Govardhan hill. Prabhupada in the connection he said, Gopijana Vallava Girivaradhari. You can, if you want to imitate Guru Pijana Vallava, before that imitate Girivaradhari. You can get Girivaradhari and then you can imitate. It is best, therefore, that one not try to imitate the powerful, but simply follow their instructions. Nor should one try to occupy their posts without qualification. There are so many instructions, there are so many incarnations of God without the power of the Supreme Godhead. Shakta karmani avidyangsho jatha kurvanti bharata pujjat viddas tatha shaktas chikurshu lokosangraham. Now conclusion, yes, one should work. Arjuna's question was, if I do bhakti, why I should fight? Up to 24th verse, Krishna proved that you have to work. Everybody have to. Either is Indriya Ram or Atma. I am also busy. If I don't do, then disturbance in the society. So conclusion is, yes, you have to. How will you work? Like a conditioned soul. Conditioned soul is absorbed so much in his work. Though you are not attached, like ISKCON devotees, they have no family business. They are doing for Krishna. They no job, nothing, but they work more than outsiders, Kormis. Ashakta, they are more attached. The way the ISKCON property is not belong to the devotee. ISKCON property and the name of ISKCON, trust. But they work like conditioned man. He was attached. Like when we were in Mayapur, we never thought in our life that we should quarrel or fight with the land. But never. We can never imagine like that. But after coming Mayapur, we have so many times with sticks, we have to run to protect the land. One day, at dead of night, 12 midnight, we woke up. Every brahmachari woke up and ran on the dark night with sticks to protect the land. Shakta karmani avidyangsho jatha kurvante bharata kurjat vidyangs taha shaktas chikrishu lokasangram. Shakta, being attached, karmani, in prescribed duties, avidyangsha, the ignorant, jatha, as much as, kurvanti, they do, bharata, O descendant of Bharat, kurjat, must do, vidwan, the learned, tatha das, ashakta, without attachment, ashakta and ashakta. Ashakta means attachment. Ashakta means without attachment. A and O. Little pronunciation, complete difference. Ashakta, ashakta. Niyam agraha, niyam agraha. Chikirshu, desiring to lead. Lokosangram, the people in general. As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned may similarly act, but without attachment, for the sake of leading people on the right path. A person in Krishna consciousness and a person not in Krishna consciousness are differentiated by different desires. A Krishna conscious person does not do anything which is not conducive to development of Krishna consciousness. He may even act exactly like the ignorant person who is too much attached to material activities. But one is engaged in such activities for the satisfaction of his sense gratification, whereas the other is engaged for the satisfaction of Krishna. Therefore, the Krishna conscious person is required to show the people how to act and how to engage the results of action for the purpose of Krishna consciousness. The Krishna conscious person should not do, he is not responsible, but still he shouldn't do some activity that other will become bewildered. No buddhi vidam janoet agyanam karma sangina jushet sarva karmani vidyam yukta samachara. No buddhi vidam janoet. Janoet means he shouldn't cause. Jana, janoet means janmadana, means take birth. So janoet means he should cause, means he should not create some situation. Janoet means he should cause. Janoet, no, not janoet, not should not do. What? He should not do buddhi vedam. Buddhi vedam means disruption of intellect. Oh, why he has done this? Why he has? He should not. Intelligent person, Krishna conscious person, knows cause he should not be the cause of disruption of intelligence. He should work agyanam of the foolish, karmasanginam, who are attached to foolish work. So agyanam karmasanginam. Agyanam, those are foolish, they're so much attached for the foolish activities. The Krishna conscious person should not do something so that the organ karmasangina should disturb their intelligence, disrupt their intelligence. Joshet, he should dovetail. Jojona, unite. Joshet, dovetail, they attached. Dovetail, like one cycle is moving. Just give one, attach something, it will automatically move. Just Joshet, he should dovetail. Sarva karmani, all work. Vidyan, a learned person. Yukta, engaged. Shamacharan, practicing. So, as not to disrupt the minds of ignorant men attached to the fruitive results of prescribed duties. A learned person should not induce them to stop work. Rather, by working in the spirit of devotion, he should engage them in all sorts of activities. And all such activities, Prabhupada quote, for the gradual development of Krishna consciousness. Vedaishcha sarvai ahamava vidya. That is the end of all Vedic rituals. All rituals or performance of sacrifice. And everything that is put into the Vedas, including all direction for material activities, are meant for understanding Krishna, who is the ultimate goal of life. But because the conditioned souls do not know anything beyond this sense gratification, they study the Vedas to that end. I'm reading again this. But because the conditioned souls do not know anything beyond sense gratification, they study the Vedas to that end. But through fruitive activities and sense gratification, regulated by the Vedic rituals, one is gradually elevated to Krishna consciousness. Therefore, a realized soul in Krishna consciousness should not disturb others in their activities or misunderstanding or understanding. But he should act by showing how the results of all work, can be dedicated to the service of Krishna. That is called Yukta Vairagya or true renunciation. The learned Krishna conscious person may act in such a way that the ignorant person working for sense gratification may learn how to act and how to behave. Although the ignorant man is not to be disturbed in his activities, a slightly developed Krishna conscious person may directly be engaged in the service of the Lord without waiting for other Vedic formulas. For this fortunate man, there is no need to follow the Vedic rituals, because by direct Krishna consciousness, one can have all the results one should otherwise derive from following one's prescribed duties. Now, 27, very powerful verse. Prukite kriyo manani gune karmani sarvasya ahankar vimuratma karta ahamite manati. Prakriti of material nature, kriyo manani being done, gunai by the modes, karmani activities, sarvasya all kinds of, ahankara vimura bewildered by false ego, atma the person. Ahankara vimuratma means the person bewildered by false ego, atma the spirit soul. The ahankara vimuratma, that spirit soul who is bewildered by the false ego, he thinks karta, doer, aham I, iti das, mannati, he thinks. The spirit soul bewildered by the influence of false ego thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actually carried out by the three modes of material nature. Nature is doing and he's thinking, oh, I am doing. Two persons, one in Krishna consciousness and the other in material consciousness, working on the same level, may appear to be working on the same platform, but there is a wide gulf of difference in their respective positions. The person in material consciousness is convinced by false ego that he is the doer of everything. He does not know that the mechanism of the body is produced by material nature, which works under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. The materialistic person has no knowledge that ultimately he is under the control of Krishna. The person in false ego takes all credit for doing everything independently, and that is the symptom of his nescience. He does not know that this gross and subtle body is the creation of material nature under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as such, his bodily and mental activities should be engaged in the service of Krishna in Krishna consciousness. The ignorant man forgets that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Rishikesh, or the master of the senses of the material body. For due to his long misuse of the senses in sense gratification, he is factually bewildered by the false ego, which makes him forget his eternal relationship with Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, two hands, Gulshan Rai.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much, Maharaj Ji. Maharaj Ji, my question is that should one not even be attached to the action that lead to progress in Krishna consciousness?
Again, can you repeat? Can you repeat the question?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Should one not even be attached to the action that lead to progress in Krishna consciousness?
Yes. That is not for my sake, for serving Krishna. I want to progress for serving Krishna. It is not for my sense gratification. Here, when it work, not for me. I want to progress. Am I progressing for serving Krishna? That is okay. Here, when it's attached for my sense gratification, that should not be. Is it clear? That is why this is akarma. You are not doing for yourself. That is why Krishna conscious activity is called akarma. Okay, Shunitha. Are you from South India?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat. Yes, Maharaj. I am from Hyderabad.
Okay.
Maharaj, my question is, how do I know which Varna I belong to? Because Krishna is speaking in this chapter and encouraging to do one's prescribed duty. So here Arjuna's duty is, Arjuna is Kshatriya, so his prescribed duty is fighting. So how do I know which Varna I belong to?
Yes. Like, if I don't know, we should ask our higher authority. Arjuna is guided by Krishna. But if I don't know which propensity I have, then ask a higher authority. Normally, I like to sing. I like to cook. I have a strong point in Bengali song because my English nobody understand. So today I went on school. So they tell me I have to give lecture 1 hour. So I know my weakness, Hindi or English. I say, okay, as Hanuman becomes famous by chanting, we will chant only. So I know my weakness. So if I speak in Hindi, they will not understand. The tribal place. So my English is, Hindi is difficult, and their Hindi also more difficult. So what I will speak, they will not understand. They will understand my Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So if we don't understand, then we can ask our higher authority, who is is my prescribed duty.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Namro Shita.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat pranams to you. Maharaj, I have three questions, but I will ask only one. I know time is short. Maharaj, regarding this, what you mentioned in 24th verse, that Krishna says that there would be one Shankara if he does not perform his prescribed duties. Can you just explain, elaborate? Because in the first chapter, Arjun says the men will die and women will mix with other men and they will get spoiled, and then there would be one Shankara. But how, by not performing prescribed duties by Krishna, and he's speaking as a king, no, not as a lord, or he's speaking as a
Yeah,
king?
I got your question.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
become irreligious, first mistake they do illicit sex.
Mm.
If people get any chance to do any nonsense activity,
Okay.
first will be. So first will be that thing will happen. When people irreligious, first thing they will do this thing.
Mm. Okay.
Gaurangi?
Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaji, Dandavat Pranam. My question is from 24 verse, and there is a wonderful explanation about imitation and following. So once I heard that we should also not follow, means sorry, imitate acharyas. We should follow acharyas, but we should not imitate acharyas. So how can we know that this is imitation and this is not?
I don't think it is very difficult to understand. Like if someone takes dress like a Krishna and want to enjoy like Krishna, that is imitation. But if someone play the role of Krishna in the drama to make other Krishna consciousness, he's not trying to take any benefit out of it. To make other Krishna conscious. This drama, Krishna's drama, is not imitation. He's imitating for the good cause. That is not imitation. It is not that through this drama he want to be famous as a Krishna. So we have to see what is the ultimate gain. He is doing the role of Krishna to teach other Krishna how Krishna was, how to worship him. But by dressing Krishna, he is not taking any type of respect like Krishna. But he would have, then it will be imitation. By taking the role of Krishna, he just teaching others how to follow Krishna. Still, sometimes we may have little, sometimes difficulty. Oh, dear Guru Maharaj sings. Should I sing that way or I should not sing that? If I sing, people will say, oh, he's imitating Guru Maharaj. If I don't sing, people may think, oh, he's not singing any Guru Maharaj song. Now, you have precarious condition. So now, we should balance. Okay, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Go.